Hello, good morning. Today is Wednesday, April 28. Today we have our last class for this week. We have a short week, so enjoy it. Tomorrow we don't have class either on Friday, so enjoy this class. Let's watch a video about the working children and then we are going to discuss it. Ready? Okay, let's start with the video.
Working children. According to the UN, all children have the right to go to school and receive a good education. But how is education different around the world? Australia, for example, is located in the southern hemisphere, so their summer holidays are in December. Because distances are so big there is something called the School of the Air. Children who cannot attend classes can follow their classes on the radio or online. Israel is one of the countries home to the Bedouins. Nowadays, most lead a sedentary life and attend regular schools, but some are still a nomadic tribe, and on occasions, they need to show their dedication to learning by walking for hours to get to the school, but they say it's worth it. Chinese students usually spend their summer vacation in summer classes or studying. They must learn a great deal about Chinese history and culture. In Japan, students receive moral education, learning about discipline, courtesy, confidence, and others. Uniforms are compulsory, and there are strict rules for clothing, makeup, accessories, or hairstyle. Throughout Europe, education changes from one country to another. In France, for example, students didn't attend classes on Wednesdays and had to go to school on Saturday mornings until very recently, while other countries like Spain or Britain had a Monday to Friday schedule. There are all sorts of schools in the US, but did you know that a lot of children are homeschooled? That means they stay at home and get private tutors or their own parents to teach them, and they don't go to school, but they have to follow the curriculum and take exams. In Brazil, South America, they also have their summer holidays in winter. And unlike in many other countries where students stay at school for lunch, in Brazil, lunch is the most important meal of the day, and students usually go home at noon to share it with their family. In Russia, they don't require students to wear a uniform, but they are encouraged to dress warmly, as the weather gets really cold. Students remain together in the same class for 10 grades, so by the end of primary education, they know each other fairly well. In South Korea, students clean up their classroom before leaving. Students usually have to go back to school after an early dinner, and some Saturdays as well. In Nigeria, summer holidays are also in December. Students must wear uniforms as well as obey rules for hair and accessories. In Kenya, also Southern Hemisphere, uniforms are mandatory in most schools. They also usually provide lunch. And because Kenya is experiencing severe economic hardships, some students save all or part of their lunch to share with their families. In Iran, girls and boys are educated separately, although they later attend university together. To make books available to everyone, mobile libraries travel around to offer books. Students get very excited when they hear the library bus coming. With so many different countries, anytime, day or night, somewhere in the world, students are hard at work in school.
Okay, today we're going to see this page number 113 of your student book. Ready? Okay, this is a reading part, so we are going to read this part, okay? Number 1, read and discuss the children's rights with a classmate. We are going to read these children's rights. Do you remember what means children's rights? Los derechos de los niños. Lee y discute los derechos de los niños con tus compañeros de clase. ¿Sí? We have here Jimmy, then Basilis, then Sabrina's, then Baba, and that's all. Okay, we are going to read each one of the cases. Let's start with Jimmy. Jimmy lives in an inner city apartment building on the 10th floor. There aren't any parks in his neighborhood, so there isn't anywhere to play. He lives with his mom and 2 sisters. His mom doesn't earn much money, so she can't pay for repairs to the apartment. The room where Jimmy sleeps is cold and damp. Okay? Do you have any questions in this part? Do you have some words that you didn't know? Yes? Underline them, please. And we are going to translate this part, okay? Si tienes algunas palabras que no conozcas, subráyalas. Recuerda que puedes buscarlas en tu diccionario. Vamos a tratar de tener la idea principal de cada uno. ¿De quién estamos hablando aquí? Who is he? Jimmy. He lives in an inner city apartment, ¿sí? Vive en un edificio de apartamentos en el piso 10, en el 10º piso. No hay parques en su vecindario y no puede jugar. Vive con su mamá y 2 hermanas. Su mamá no gana mucho dinero, así que ella no puede pagar las reparaciones para su departamento. El cuarto donde Jimmy duerme es frío y está feo. ¿Sí? Vamos a ver lo de Vasily. Vasily's mother died when he was young, and he doesn't know his father. He has no brothers or sisters. He's only 13 years old, but he lives on the streets of a big city. He polishes shoes to make money to feed himself. He doesn't have time to go to school. This one is Basil's. His mother died. Su mamá murió cuando él era joven, era más niño y no sabe de su padre. Él no tiene hermanos o hermanas, tiene solo 13 años, pero vive en las calles de una gran ciudad. Él limpia zapatos para hacer dinero, para alimentarse. No tiene tiempo de ir a la escuela. Él es Basil. Sabina. Sabina's parents moved with her to a new country last year. She's not a legal citizen in her new country. Sometimes her parents don't have much money, so they eat very little. Sabina can only understand a few words of the language in her new country. She's too afraid to go to school. Ready? This one is Sabina. Sus papás se cambiaron o se mudaron con ella a un nuevo país el año pasado. Ella no es una ciudadana legal en su nuevo país. Algunas veces sus papás no tienen mucho dinero, así que ella come muy poco. Sabina solamente puede entender unas cuantas palabras de su lenguaje del lenguaje en su nuevo país. Ella le da demasiado miedo ir a la escuela. Ella es Baba. Baba was born blind, so she doesn't go to her local school. Her parents don't have a lot of money, so when she's sick, she doesn't always receive medicine. She spends most of their time at home listening to the TV or the radio. She plays with her friends when they get home from school. She's Sabina. She was born blind. Do you remember what means blind? This word, blind. Ciega. Ella nació ciega. así que ella no va a la escuela local. Sus papás no tienen mucho dinero, así que cuando ella se enferma, ella no siempre recibe medicina. Ella pasa la mayoría de su tiempo en casa escuchando la tele o el radio. Ella juega con sus amigos cuando ellos regresan de la escuela. Ella es Baba. Okay? We have here the story of these 4 children. What do you think? Okay, now to complete this page, we are going to do this project. So pay attention. You only going to need a paper, a piece of paper, and your colors or markers. Yes, vamos a hacer este pequeño proyecto para completar este trabajo de esta página. Solo necesitas una hoja de la que tú quieras, puede ser de una libreta o puede ser una hoja blanca, ¿sale? Lo que tengas en casa. Tus colores, tus plumones o tus marcatextos o tus plumas de colores, lo que tengas en casa, porque vamos a diseñar. Design a Rights of the Child brochure. Make a simple brochure that you can understand by every child in the world. Include the following rights: family, health, education, name, nationality, home, protection, play, nutrition, and opinion. Design an icon for each right. Yes. Vamos a diseñar un pequeño como tríptico, un panfleto para acerca de los derechos de los niños, ¿sí? Vamos a hacer, aquí dice, que lo puedan entender todos los niños en el mundo. Incluye los derechos siguientes sobre la familia, la salud, la educación, el nombre, la nacionalidad, el hogar, la protección, el juego, la nutrición y acerca de las opiniones. Diseña un icono para cada derecho, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, este sería el icono del hogar. Este sería, por ejemplo, el icono del juego, ¿sí? Este sería para dar la opinión. Así. Ustedes diseñenme un panfleto o un tríptico con todos estos derechos, ¿sí? El de la familia. Los niños tienen derecho a vivir con una familia, tener una familia. La salud, tienen derecho a asistir y recibir medicina y atención médica. Education, yes? Do you understand? ¿Sí lo entendieron? Entonces me van a poner, por ejemplo, like this one. A ver si se ve bien. Déjenlo enfoco un poco más. Ahí está. Children have the right to have a home. ¿Sí? Los niños tienen derecho de tener una casa. Y luego, children have the right to play. Children have the right to give their opinion. Yes? And this one is the front page. Esta fue la portada que diseñaron. Rights of the child, make sure you know your rights. ¿Sí? Asegúrate de saber tus derechos. Y ustedes me dibujan un icono que represente nuestro tema, que es The Children's Rights. ¿Sí? ¿Sí le entendieron lo que vamos a hacer entonces? En esta actividad solamente vamos a hacer la lectura. Ustedes me van a subrayar las palabras que no conocían. Ya más o menos se los traduje yo. Y sobre eso vamos a hacer un brochure. ¿Sí? O sea, un tríptico, un panfleto. ¿Sí? Ok. ¿Qué opinan ustedes entonces de estas lecturas? Have you seen that not everybody has the same rights? We all have the same rights, but we don't live the same way. For example, some of them don't have money. Some of them don't have a good place to live. Or some of them don't have medicine. Some of them don't go to school. Some of them have to work. Yes? Todos tenemos los mismos derechos. Sin embargo, no todos pueden vivir con ellos, ¿verdad? Por ejemplo, algunos no reciben medicina, no tienen dinero, no tienen un hogar estable donde vivir, tienen que trabajar, no tienen familia, ¿sí? A eso se refiere about their rights. A eso se refiere con los derechos, ¿Sí? ¿Cuál de estos creen que sea el peor de los casos? ¿Cuál de los niños creen que sea el que vive en peor situación, con menos derechos? Pónganle una palomita o un atache. Mejor un atache, un cross. ¿Cuál crees tú que sea el que es la peor situación para él? ¿Ready? Ok. Y diseñamos el brochure. ¿Sí? Espero la foto de su brochure y que me digan cuál de estos creen ustedes que tiene la peor situación. Les voy a dejar el video que nos corresponde el día de hoy, que es un video acerca del trabajo de los niños. ¿Sí? Véanlo por favor. And that's all. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.